Oop. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Um. Ooh. Ooh. Oh God, these things are heavy. Oh. Oh my. Um. An SA10. Or a Dolby CP45. Um. So it's yeah, it's a kind of nice-ish industrial cinema processor decoder matrix, just like the like say the CP45s, which are down in the rack, but the CP45s that I'm using presently for the just the matrix decode out the center phantom sound, so I can place it elsewhere, the speaker location elsewhere, to give a a kind of maybe an upward or a downward um, kind of motion sense on the sound. It's one of the CP45s to give me a blow surround sort of thing, but which is on my side surround, which I use for the side surrounds. So the thing with I think the CP45 is the doesn't have a I think the modification done with a logic circuit switching. So I thought, okay, since an SA10's got a logic circuit switching on it, which I can hear when switching the button here, on the front to activate, the matrix decoder or deactivate the matrix decoding. So it goes back to basic stereo mode. So if I were to put this in the system on my side surrounds, I'd have to also connect my back surround channels up to the up to this, so I could run the regular surround channel. Oh, just put that down there. So I could run the regular surround channel as a left half and right half, so that it plays the back wall, the surrounds on the back wall, and down on the side as one left half, and then on the other side as one right half. Because the sound often heard, at least anyone that could remember how, whether it be a Dolby Stereo 424 Matrix playing on optical soundtracks, or if it were 70 millimeter, if it were playing mono discrete surround, you get the left half and the right half surrounds all playing. If it's split stereo surround, again, you get the left half and the right half. And then, of course, with split surround stereo, split surround on 70, you think, well, why not have a matrix decoder to sort of take the center phantom sound? So between sounds that are sounding discretely down on the left side or on the right side, there's all so another sound that's floating between the signal, and it's a center phantom. Sometimes the sound effect might be kind of fixed over that side, or maybe fixed over this side, with many layers of ambience, and you got maybe a music track that's playing totally different to what you hear up on front. And if you get anything maybe like a music panning sort of thing, you can hear it sort of going, starting over one side, and then you can hear it going between the phantom center, and then it then pans over to the other side. Or it might suddenly not go that way. It might suddenly then shift back over that way, you know, kind of go over sort of thing, and then kind of shift back, you know, it depends. Same with sound effects and such. But it kind of disorientates, and you're not sure where it's kind of placed, you know. So you put a matrix decoder in, so you can sort of like, so the sound will pan down the side. Well, you hear it. It's just fading signal up and down, and it's not really, you know, even though you use a panner and you move it like a little remote control thing, and you just pan it to, you know, years ago they just used their fader sliders and you change in voltage and there, get down. Come on. Changing the voltage and you know, you pan the signal into the other channel, and it's just voltage and frequency. Yeah, you all right? You all right? And you're not relaxed? You feel insecure, don't you? He feels insecure. He is not your regular cat. My cat bear, he's not the regular cat that sort of likes to be a lap cat, to sit on your lap. He'll come and do that when he chooses. Yeah. Otherwise, Magic and my sooty, the sooty chooses. But sooty doesn't mind being picked up and, you know, placed on my lap, and he'll settle down. But Bear doesn't like it. He's the opposite. Oi, little mischief kitty, come on, get down. And he wants to be bossy and go behind the screen. I'll pick you up. Meow. He doesn't like it. Come on. He doesn't like picked up. He's a very bossy snowshoe kitty cat. Very bossy. He tries to take control, that cat. Any case, thing with, like I say, looking at the CP45s. So have a peek inside. Yeah, look at the layout, and then the layout on an SA10. Oh, it's the same, only it's been stripped down. But there's a modification in the back here. You can see very clearly on the new camera I got. This board going down the back here. That's additionally added. So they've done some modification. I can't see where the relay circuit is. So it's got to be behind that circuit board. There's got to be a relay circuit there, because I can hear it switching. So you got the button here. You press that in. And then, yeah, you do that sort of function, and then I think the processor then can operate as a so the surrounds down the sidewalls, and then on the back they'll all play at the same time, playing the same signal. So whether it be a Dolby Stereo 424 matrix, Dolby Stereo discrete, mono surround, Dolby Stereo split surround, which is the same as 5.1, even though 5.1 can be confusing because you don't know if it's got the original mono surround, depending on the year of the film release. You don't know if it's got the original mono surround mix. If it's been remixed, oh dear, the travesty, because it's not going to be doing the original thing. Just like The Thing on the movie. On DVD, on the early edition, it's the original mono surround. On the HDVD, and then onwards to Blu-ray and rubbish 4K, it's totally remixed, so it's not the original mono surround or Dolby format 42 sort of thing. So it's total, yeah, thumbs down on the Thing 4K. They can keep it, because I want a flashback sort of thing, Anyway, I don't know when I'm going to get that thing put in. This, see, I'm mentioning Thing. That thing there, yeah, he's a thing. I don't know when I'm going to put this SA10 in the rack. I could do it now. I'm so eager to fit it in now. I mean, it will only take let's have a look. See, even the back panel is modified. Whereas they, on the CP45, they got Phoenix connectors, which are all going down here. So if I were to unscrew this plate here, which I think would reveal, I don't think there's anything else. I'm not sure if I've got to undo the side panels here first, the side panels here, and then unscrew the back panel just to remove it. But it would reveal the original layout circuitry. But all they'd done here was, so you got to connect up to a DB25 connector. So I've got to use a DB25. I've got a DB25 with a Phoenix connector modified onto it. So all I have to do is plug it in and then just put the wires in, screw them down. Or I can just get a cable. I don't want just a cable with XLR connectors on it. Might as well just simply buy a very cheap computer cable and then just cut it in half and then work out where the wiring is with a voltmeter. So I get all the wires, because they're all color coded, and they'll just work out which wires which for my positive, negative, and ground. He's going back crazy. He's been like this now for the past 2 hours. He's just going back crazy. Aren't you, Bear? That's the input there for your left total, right, or left and right input, or left total, right total, because this is just like a CP45. It is a CP45, only it's got a few modifications. So if I show you inside if you can see, it's a bit dark in there, but you can't see any other additional board on the back panel. That's where I think they got this relay circuitry with a logic circuit. So the logic circuit will down here on that board there at the back, where it's all got the ribbon track connecting into it. That down there is the key. So I really like to get, because I just want to put Star Wars on, and then on Laserdisc and just play it, so I've got the surrounds at the back playing and on the sidewall, and it gives a total different signature sound to what you would have heard in the cinema. You don't usually hear that in the home, because most AVRs cannot do that sort of feature. They can't do it. they just haven't got that designed into it, even though I think they should have designed it into the, you know, so you're duplicating the same signal. You can't use Pro Logic 2X because you're only then creating a fake stereo surround, and it's not the original signature. Bear, get down. He's getting very naughty at the moment. Go on, get behind there. Go behind the cone. Go. Watch this. He likes this. He's playing with me. It's a good thing I've got that curtain there, otherwise his claws and biting. Yeah. I've got to wear him down. See, wear him down, he'll have a cat nap. Oi. See, look what he's done to the curtain there. Bloody hell, he's bloody shredded the bloody thing. What are you doing, Bear? What are you doing, an evil cat? Evil. He's got blue eyes. He's got blue eyes, but if you shine a light on his eyes in darkness, his eyes turn red, like like cat bat transformation is complete, and he's the Satan's spawn of Kitty. Oi, oi! Now pack it in, Bear. Calm down. Come on. So he doesn't like. He's meowing because he doesn't like being bossed around. He's trying to be the boss. Look at that tail. That's right. He wants to be the boss. He wants to run around outside, but it's just Magic. He's calm. He's a calm customer. He's a calm customer. So when am I going to fit this in the rack? Like I say, I need a. What do I need? I need to get a computer lead, get a DB25 computer lead. I'll think about it. I'm just thinking about it. Because I've got the other DB25 connector in the kitchen, and so DB, and it's got a Phoenix connector connected onto it. Get down. You're not going behind that screen, Bear. You're not going behind the screen. No. No. Meow. Go on. He's only meowing because he doesn't like being handled. Aren't you? Yes, I know. Yeah, I know. He's not like my sooty. In some way, he's a little bit like my sooty, but he's like I say, he's like Damien out of The Omen. Heart melts. Oh, like butter. And you think, oh, he's so cute. Oh, look at his face and his coat. Oh, and he's so cute. But no, he turns out to be the spawn. The spawn of Kitty. The camera can't focus there quite a bit. It's autofocus. But Magic. Oh, Magic's beautiful. Magic's beautiful. Aren't you, Magic? Yeah. So, I'm not doing an install with this. I'm just talking about it at the moment. I'm not doing an install. An install would take me about, because I've got to undo all the cabling on the other processor. I've got to undo all the wiring on the back here very carefully so I don't get things botched up, and I've got to take the other cables which go onto the back surrounds. They go on this CP45 here. That does the back, and I can use a matrix decoder on it and turn it on and put a center middle back surround which goes down there, right down there. There's two other JBLs behind the seats, two other JBL 8330 Mark IIs behind the seats. I've got to also think this through, that this is going to be backward compatible. That I'm not going to have a problem with its performance. You're not going behind that screen, Bear. Get down. Get down. Get down. You're not going behind that screen, Bear. Come on. Come on. Come on, scoot. You're evil. I like Magic better than you, don't I? I like Magic better. Magic's not an evil cat, and you'd think black cats are evil. It's usually the I don't know about a white cat. If a cat was pure white, is it going to be evil? I don't know. I mean, I've got kind of like almost like a white cat. He's white and brown, but you know, snowshoe. A snowshoe. I prefer black cats and tuxedos. Never had too many problems. Hey, Madge. Yeah. So, yeah. So, go and do the Phoenix connectors on the back. They're all Phoenix connectors going on the back of these. All Phoenix connectors. And now I've got to undo the wiring. Got to connect the. I'm just thinking if I could put two positive left and right. Use the positive because you got the negative, and then you got the ground, of course. Bear, will you calm down? Yeah, calm down. There we go. That's not a bad autofocus there. So I think the images here, it's a bit inverted. It's back to front. When I'm looking out on the monitor, it's the image is back to front. So I can't cut the continuity. The image is back to front here. The camera. Bear, will you stop it? He's been really naughty. He does this every time I do a video. Every time I do a live video, Bear is showing off. Oh, nice one, Bear. You fucking the carpet up. Can you stop this, Bear? Can you stop doing this, Bear, please? Where are you? Where are you, little snowshoe? Where are you, bear? Where are you hiding? Where you gone to now, bear? I see your tail wagging down there. Yeah. Oh dear, he is distracted. Can you stop it, bear? Come on, get out. Get out. Come on, out. Come on, go out, bear. Out. Come on out, bear. I'll give you a cuddle. Come on, bear. Oh, God. I like a cat that's mellow. Yeah. He's a wild cat. He's a wild cat there. So, God, it wouldn't be so bad if I could take this modification circuit out of the and put it on the CP45. But that's just a lot of effort for nothing. A lot of effort for more of the same. You know, the more things surround, the more they surround the same. Oh, it's just what am I gonna? And what am I going to do with the other CP45? Yeah. Because what am I going to do with the other? I'm just trying to think which way to integrate this. Which way to integrate? Outputs. Outputs. Autofocus there. I think it's the glare. That's it. Oh, there we go. Autofocus. There we go. Autofocus. Left surround. So you got positive, and negative. So with grounding, so this is more of a balanced output, whereas all other Dolby CP cinema processors in the past, CP50, CP100, CP200, CP55, CP65, and things keep falling off on the floor. I put things on the chair, and my cat magic is knocking things off the chair. You know, he's knocking things off the chair. He always does that. I'll put it that way so you don't knock it off. Oh no, not the bear. The bear is back in here. Evil kitty. Bear, what are you doing now? Can you settle down? Come on, bear. Anyway, I'll talk a little bit about my cat. Yeah, I give Magic a petting. So yeah, and then the CP500, the CP. Not too sure about the CP650. I think the CP650 might be balanced audio output. The 750 I'm pretty sure of, the CP850, the CP950. But it's weird that, oh yeah, and the CP45. The CP45 is balanced output. It's weird that when they made the processor CP45, mid late 1990s. Oh, it's the bed thing. He's doing that. There, you stop it. God. Bear, if you want attention, why don't you come here, Bear? Sit on my lap and I'll give you attention. But he's doing it again. Fuck's sakes, Bear, you stop it. Fucking hell. Every time I do a live video, Bear, you're misbehaving. Yes, you are. Come on. And where are you going now, Bear? Where are you going now? Where are you going now? Ooh. Wait. Can you stop fucking things up? I'll give. Oh, I know what you want. Some food? Yes. Looks every time. Oh, Bear. Oh, Magic. You're on a diet, Magic. Crying out loud. Magic. Don't keep following out. Magic, got some food. Oh my goodness. Where's that Phoenix connector? Feed the bear. Give the bear some food. Now that's a male DB25 with a Phoenix connector. That won't go on there because I need a female. I need a female 25 pin, so I've got to get another one of these. And you just push it on, and you got the screws on it, and then just screws go over here and tighten it down. I mean, that'd go on here. That one there. That'd go on there because that's a female connector there. That's a female. But the output here is a male pin, so I've got to get a female DB25 Phoenix connector. These are pretty easy, and just connect up the wiring and just screw it down, so I don't have to do any soldering. Of course, that's power supply, and then grounding, yeah, for the chassis grounding. That's it. So I can't really fit this in. As you know, I've got to get a female DB25 Phoenix connector. Phoenix. So all the other processors, you know, like SDDS, is balanced audio input output. You know, it's not a big deal. It's just minus, positive, negative, and a ground, and boom. Yeah, you get the signal that goes in. One signal goes in at this wave form, this shape, and then the other one is that way underneath, and the two come together, and it helps to reduce the signal noise. CP200. There's all unbalanced audio there, and it's all connected up to the. Is there any way to invert the camera, because the image is all back to front? I'm not sure you can switch it with. I'm not sure it's. Not sure if I can switch the camera, because I didn't check the. I didn't check that to. Not sure if you can do it when it's playing live. But anyway, just keep it short. So that's that. So I'll have this in the rack. Not in a hurry, not in a rush. Not in a rush to get it in the rack. I'll do it when I've got the and I've got to work it out how, if it's not gonna have a problem, because I still want to run 8-channel and have stereo backs around. I still want to, but I want it so it's going to be backward compatible. Because it's got to talk with another. I've got to get this to talk, kind of thing, with I don't know, the CP45. I don't know why I just don't get another SA10, but there isn't any more SA10s cheap. Or maybe I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look, eh? But it's mine now, so I'll have a look. Just need to put the camera down. Okay. And this SA10 is made in the UK. Nearly all Dolby products and such are made in the UK. Very few are made in the US. CP, I think it's CP750, 850, probably the 950. I think they're made in the USA, and not sure if the 650 is made in, but the CP200 was made in the UK. The CP50, the CP100, 55, 45, you know. So I've taken all the screws out there. So yeah, I've got to take the sides off. I've got to take these off, which is a like a rack bar, a rack here, very large rack here. Ooh, oh, my camera goes flying. Yeah, let's get the back off. Take the back off and have a look. I'll have a look, see what the layout looks like. Might be able to see where that relay circuit is. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to actually get that other board out and I'll see where that relay circuit's placed. Now somewhere there'll be an IC circuit, a logic circuit, switching circuit. Bear, you've just been fed. I've just fed you, Bear. Come on, pack it in. Stop being mischief. You've just been fed. So take that panel off. It's just a... Oh, that's a nice sound. Yeah, I'm getting there. Oh yeah. Have a look. Oh yeah, I see it. Okay. Swing it round the other way. Flip it over. And do the other screws. Oh, hold on, Magic. Hold on, hold on, sweetie. Not yet. Don't jump up here yet, Spare Magic. Just put those screws over there. And these screws here. Don't jump up here yet, Magic. Put those there. And put these over here. Okay. You want to jump up here, Madge? Magic? Madge? Hey. Come on. Come on, Magic. Come up. Come on. Jump up. There you go. Okay. What are you thinking about, Bear? You're thinking you're not getting attention, but when I cuddle you, you don't like it. You don't like it. You want. I think you're bipolar. You're bipolar. I'm bipolar, Bear. So we got something in common. What do you want? You won't eat, you know. You won't eat and eat. Okay, that one off. This thing's all falling apart. It's okay. It's okay. Let's flip it over. I'm not sure. This back panel doesn't come off because of the way it's connected onto these DB25 connectors, because it's got like a male female in there. I can see. Let's have a look. Wait for it to autofocus. Let's move it over. It's very difficult to see. Very difficult to see. That's a DB25 connector there, I think. So we got that there. So, yeah. So very tricky to get that assembly. Ooh, careful. Yeah, this screw here. Okay. Aha. Oh, there you go. This bit here just connects onto there. It just plugs in. It just plugs in. That's very simple. So that's very simple. Yeah. Okay, I've got a better eyeball on this now. Interesting. I can't see any relay circuit. So where would the relay? Because I can hear it clicking. I can hear it clicking on the circuitry. So no, there isn't any. There isn't. It's just these DB25 connectors, male and female here, that are just connecting onto the back here. So to see the original I think it'll be here. I've got my glasses on, haven't I? Yeah. Original inputs here. Input. Oh, this says logic input, and you flip it around, but you don't see anything. That's because this would have had a Phoenix connector connecting to it, and another one here, and another one there, and here, and here. So can I see anything in between? Anything in between here? There's got to be a logic circuit there. Wouldn't be. No, that's just a transformer. It's a transformer cap filter, cap for capacitor filter. By the looks of that. That's just a switching for the differences between a CP 55, CP 65, a CP 500, and a CP 665. Pretty sure they had one there for the CP 200, because I think in the manual, it shows in the manual connecting it up to a CP 200. That is for CP 200. It's got a Dolby digital processor, DA20. It's the DA10's discontinued. Connecting. There isn't anything else here on this other than the way it's wired on the back, and probably going through the circuit track, and then this bit here. So there's not really a whole lot of difference between that board there. I can see it's a little bit bowed, I must say. Looking at this board, it's a little bit warped because of the way it's connecting, plugged in. Oh, and here, the soldering there, soldering here and here, and that lines up with the screw threads, such as like these. It's lining up, so this is a real dog's dinner. Yeah, if you had to desolder it, you got to desolder these, because these bits here are kind of holding this thing in place. So when they put it together with this modification board here, you got the whole thing screwed down, and then they soldered up these, and bloody hell. Let's put that there. Let's have a look at the let's have a look at the that's the main board. This is the main board on the CP45, and the chip here, that's the ProLogic chip. I think this would be the latest ProLogic chip, that the last one they made. The word is it's pretty good. I hear a switching function when I hear this. You know, I can hear a switching function. This would be the power supply, or you know, the 15 volt coming into it, and then it converts the signal voltage, and then but there isn't any, you know, this basically here, this bit around here is the ProLogic matrix board, but this is the main board, and this is partly power. You know, all these things will have been slightly a little bit separate in other CP processors. And this one would be, oh yeah, and up here, I think it's here, there, and there. I think this is where the other part of the surround board is for the surround channel, which is weird. Why they didn't make the CP45 totally compatible with 6-channel input and all that, and you had to add on an extra circuit board that clipped on to the but this, like I say, they modified this so that it's not there, so, and then you just clip it on. It's really absurd, really, that is. I think it's a 515. I think it's a 515 circuit board that goes on. I've got 2 of them that go for the CP45s. And this would be your optical input. So you got the optical input going in, your left total, right total, balanced audio coming on from the projector, and then you'd have an optical preamp circuit board that's fitted on this board. That's no longer there because they stripped it down, and as well as all the other variable resistors, proton meters. They removed all those. You know, there's one here. There's one of them there. So they've taken all those off. I still can't see where there's because when I hear it, I can hear it clicking. I can hear it clicking. So putting all this SA10 back together, and oopsie, it flips over. That's okay. That's okay. So okay, all comes undone. Let's just unclip this here. Let's just unclip that. There we go. Unclip that. There we go. It's okay handling it this way. It's okay. I've handled other ones, and they all work when putting them all back together. I just can't see any relay circuit. Logic fuse resistor. Right, so that there. Logic fuse resistor. Look at that shit. Set focus. It's not focusing. It's not auto-focusing. Oh well. I still can't see a relay. Must be, maybe. It wouldn't be behind these EQ pots. It won't be behind these EQ pots. No, but I can hear a clicking switching on the other SA10s that I've got in the kitchen. I can hear a switching clicking sound relay. And I can't see a relay. Is it invisible? Must be. And it wouldn't be behind here. It wouldn't be behind there. It'd be just the same as the like I say, looking at the CP45, but I mean, sure, I hear that clicking, but when I press in, I do hear an additional clicking sound. Unless I'm imagining it. I must be imagining it. So I'm going to assemble this back together now. That's an SA10 or CP45. This part here with the sliders here on the side and such. That's where the Dolby SA10 noise reduction card would push in, and then it will clip onto where is it? You won't see it on this one. Actually, I think it would be. Let's have a look at the CP45. Let's have a look at the CP45. You can see the the Dolby CAT 222 SRA5. No, not SRR. 222 SRA, or is it SRA? Yeah, SRA. Fine. Turn that on. And go down there, and you'll see the LEDs on. You can see the red LED for Dolby A type. Go to Dolby SR format 5, and you see the green LED on for Dolby SR. And that board, it clips onto the. It would clip onto the back panel. It would. Yeah, there we are. There. So, like I say, the this is where it would have another one of these here, and it'd be fitted on here, and then the triple two A. That's it, triple two A or triple two SRA. The card then connects into, and then it integrates with the rest of the processor. So yeah, nice circuit track. Nice circuit tracking. Not as nice as my Cat Magic. So where the heck's this freaking... I can hear it. I can hear the damn thing. I can't see a circuit. I thought it would have been on this board here. But it's not. There isn't any relay that I can hear, see. Oh, wow. Look at that. Totally disassembled. Totally disassembled. Now I'll just reassemble it. It shouldn't take long to reassemble the parts. Let's have a look. Goes up at the front. There. Up there. Clip it down. Ooh! Well, that bound out. Yeah, clip it on. Plug that back in. It's just like assembling a computer. Huh. Not a big deal. Maybe if I get on the floor and get a little bit more, rather than trying to make it awkward. Okay, back panel, and then that is got to connect. Back panel's got to connect onto there. Push it in so it clips on, and then I've got to get the screws in. And I've got to get the screws in to hold it down so it doesn't come undone. There we go, that's in. Okay, let's just move this over gently and find some of the screws. That. Okay. So that. Put a screw in the back there. That's securing. Top panel on. That's the front. Yeah, that's the front. That's the back one. Goes down. The camera. I can't really move this. Just this. That camera. There we go. So that's the tricky part. So hang on. Do I put the rack here on first? That goes over that. That rack here's over there. That rack here's over this side. Yeah, I think put the rack here on. I think put the rack here on, then I can put the top panel on. Where's the screws for those? Are the sides. Those were the side ones. I think they're all the same screw thread. I think they're all the same. I had that other screw fall out. I heard it fall on. I think it fell in on me. I do have a screw in my hand. I think it fell on the board. Where is it? I'll grab another screw from up here. Just get this side panel rack here on. There we go. Oh, there it is. There's the other screw. Okay. Can't put the what's it top and top. Got the top. Get the rack ears on. Get the rack ears on. Lining up. Just check it. Yeah, same threading. Just got a light. There we go. Is that threading? Come on, line it up. It's the same thread. There we go, it's tightening down. Turn it over gently. Lift it up gently over. Get the other rack here. Get the other rack here so I get this that one there. Okay. Let's get another screw in there. Let's tighten the chassis down. Ooh. Tighten it up. Got to pull it tight. Let's just try that one. There we go. Okay. Flip it over this side. I didn't know it was spontaneous. I was going to disassemble the bloody thing. Didn't know I was going to suddenly disassemble it and then reassemble it. Maybe what I'm hearing, I don't know. Maybe there's a relay switching sort of thing. Well, I can't see where it is. Must be hidden. Must be could be a micro type sort of thing, and it's very small and it's eluding me. But either way, I'll get this racked up sometime in the next week or two. Okay, those screws are fitted on, so that's kind of put partly back together. I'll just put the top panel on and I'll screw that down. And just check everything is okay there. Yeah, everything's okay there. And that, got to flip this over. Line up this top panel. Line up the top panel. Get some of the screws in so it tightens up. And one there. Otherwise, the top panel will fall inward. Attach the top panel with the side rack ears. Just line it up. Just got to line this up. Push it in. Maybe just loosen these here. Just wiggle it a little bit, I think. Just loosen these up a bit. There we go. It should thread. Okay. Next screw. One over here. Okay. Don't tighten it down yet. Another screw in here. Okay. Tighten it down. Let's try it. I think that might be. Let's try that screw there. Yeah. Okay, don't tighten that down totally yet. Flip it over. Just line them up here on this side. Get a screw. tighten it down yet. Screw that, screw that, screw that. That one there, and tighten it down. That's it. It's reassembled. I've just got to put all the other screws in. And then I think the rest of the screws go on the back panel. They go on attached to the back. No more down the side. No. Screw up there. Whoopsie. Just move that, press that down a bit. There we go. So it lines up. One there. That's there. Whoopsie. Press it in. Okay. So I could disassemble it and reassemble. It's not a big deal. Actually, that was a lot easier than taking a flagship Denon 8500 apart just to put a new HDMI board in it. Oh god. That bloody Yamaha, that bloody Denon. Oh, what a dog's dinner. Whoever bloody made that, whoever bloody designed it needs to be fucking fired. Ugh. Worst bloody home cinema processor made. You know, you want something that you can disassemble and be able to manageably take the circuit card boards out of this bloody thing. Oh, but putting a new HDMI board in. What a dog's dinner that was. Took me fucking I think it took 2 hours just to put a new HDMI board in. Because my cat Bear destroyed it. He was running around my feet, and then the HDMI cable came undone on the OLED, and then but what happened there, it wasn't just came undone, it got bent, it got broke, sort of thing, because the ends on the HDMI cable are fragile, and it sent a voltage signal back down to the AVR, and it was connected onto HDMI output number 1, and so it totally took it out. The only HDMI port then still workable would be HDMI number 2. So I couldn't even run the projector. If I had to run the, I had to unplug the lead and swap it around. Oh, fuck's sakes. But I'm sure the damage done to the board, because I still got the circuit board, I still got the HDMI board. If I can know where the resistors are, because it must be a resistor that got overloaded with too much voltage, even though it's low voltage going through to it, very low voltage. It must have popped the resistor, but the resistors are surface mount type. Oh, they're not your average, resistor with pins, and then you put it through the circuit board and then you solder it from the underside. Oh no, this is all surface mount. Oh, I would need the schematic diagram to know where the resistors would be for the HDMI outputs, and then I could locate it and then desolder or test it with a multimeter to see which one is an open circuit. If it's an open circuit, it's broken. It's got to be a closed circuit. Ugh. Yeah. Otherwise, that other HDMI board is still okay. It just needs repairing on the, I don't think any other damage would have been done to it, other than it's probably a resistor. I don't think any damage would have been done to the integrated IC or the microchip, other than just probably a blown resistor. Oh, but it's easy. A cat can. Oh, got another screw on the floor. Bloody hell! Talk about a screw missing. Where does this one go then? Okay, let's have a look. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I see it. Are there any other screws? No. I think that screw there goes there. But let's have a look. That one's okay there, but there are other screws here, but they're not fitted. They're not fitted on here. And I've got all the screws are accounted. I think that screw there should go down this end, because this is kind of supported, but no, don't move it. Doesn't move apart, doesn't wobble. It's that's what puts all the damn thing together. Aha. And of course, where's the power supply? I'll plug it back in and it'll work. Grab the power supply. Oh. It's very bloody short. Bloody, what the fuck? At least you can open the bloody thing up here. I think I'm going to open this up And I'm going to put a longer bloody, because look at that. Why the fuck is it that short? For Christ's sake. It's very awkward connecting onto this over here. I'm going to have to move it down the other way because I can move the camera. I can move the camera. Okay. Oh, I'm going to get some new slippers. Oh, these slippers are fucked up. Oh. Flip it round. Power on. And there's the red LED. And there's the voltage. 15 volt going in. So yeah, as long as it's all connected all back up and all onto those circuit connectors and such, and yeah, see, still works. Oh, but how do I know? Of course it works. Nothing can go wrong, you know, other than, you know, then press that once, and then that, and that. Let's have a listen. I don't think it is a logic circuit. I think what I'm hearing is the resonant frequency. Because it's all. And so what I'm hearing is like an echo. And I'm thinking I'm hearing a relay logic. It's just probably, most likely, it's an integrated circuit, an IC logic circuit. There's no relay. It's a logic circuit chip. And press that, and then press that. And that's back on. Deactivates EX and whatever. Yeah, so I'll power it. Yeah. Need to get a what's it? Need to get a yeah, I'll make this lead a little bit longer. Make this lead a little bit longer on this PSU. So that's ridiculously too short. Of course, in the rack, it would have been very close to the rack, and I suppose someone just modified the cable just to keep it short. So the cable's not really long and unnecessary sort of thing. Oh my goodness. I need to get some glue on that. Well, that's a workout, that. I've been exercising, burning off 316 or 317 calories. And then I just have another workout on doing that processor and then putting it back together again. So I'll just burn off some more calories. It's called a sound workout, you know. Sound workout. Of course, I'll burn off more calorie when I get that bloody rack. Like, I don't know why I just don't strip everything down and just put a single rack rather than having two racks for the equipment, and just put a single larger rack. But thing is, it can't go that high up because it'll be in the way. The surround speaker, it'll be in the way, so it can't go that high. But I don't think I'll be able to get nearly all the equipment in the rack, especially the turntable, which wouldn't be right on the top there, but the turntable would have to be placed elsewhere. Ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen. So I'll just have a sweetie, suck on it. Yeah, I just really thinking. I'm just really thinking this through. I mean, that was cheap. That was cheap. I think that's the the second cheapest. No, the first cheapest. The cheapest ones are the ones that are in my kitchen in the rack. All three of them. Those were ridiculously cheap. I mean, fish and chips, yeah, they were cheap. That was just a little bit. That was just a little bit more, but still cheap. Crikey, cheaper than cheaper than something like that. I mean, that was really cheap. That was really cheap. So I'm just trying to think this through. I'm just trying to think this through another way to put the. Because all I need to do is basically have a switch going from this one here, this CP45 down here, connecting up onto here. Because this one does the back surround. That's for the back surround. And that one there is doing down the sides. And the below surround channel. No, not that one. That one there. And the other below surround are at the back underneath the seating. So that so when the movie play Unbroken and you've got an airplane coming at the bomber and it's going firing at you, go and then it goes at a below angle. And often commonly that sound when playing in Atmos, you get the decoding of the side surrounds, and that sound is then forwarded or diverted to the overhead surrounds as well as the front decoding, and it goes up to the front overhead surrounds, and then the back surround channel gets decoded, and that discreetly, all discrete, and that goes to the overhead back surrounds. And I use 9 of them because I've got SA10s in the kitchen to take the center phantom sound. So I don't hear a center phantom floating above. I get more precise sound location. So boom, 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 rather than there and then hearing the sound all there and then it panning over and that sort of caper. I don't get any of that. But if I take the wiring, the positive got to be the because it's balanced output. I don't really totally need to take the positive and negative, do I? I could just take the positive signal, put it on another switch. I need because I don't just want to hard wire it, because if I hard wire it, if I run anything that's regular, so if I'm running 8-channel sound, that is, then the side surrounds and the back surround, they're discrete stereo pair. I'll be still feeding the side surround signal into the back surround. I've got to have a switching circuit, which is like a logic circuit. I just have a simple toggle switch that I can just switch on and switch off. So I can blend the signal into the back. And so then it plays right half surround, and then left half surround. And then it would duplicate Star Wars in the exact same way as heard, well, not actually. Maybe Odeon screen number 2 downstairs, Gaumont number 2. So they used their surround configuration was down the side wall, back wall, and overhead surround speakers, but all playing the same signal, but balanced in a way. So you're not just hearing sound coming down this side and then the back, because it kind of fills in the frequency sound and such. It fills in. If you switched any of it off, it kind of sounds a bit hollow, sort of thing. And of course, with the speakers located many feet or high up on the ceiling, or flush within the ceiling, 6 speakers, I think, and they were scattered evenly in the ceiling in screen number 2. And yet screen number 1 upstairs only had 6 overhead left over by the 70mm Cinerama day, and they just utilized those for a Star Destroyer story, Star Wars Star Destroyer story. What's that? Whoa, what's that? So another thing is I want to integrate the surround channel, the regular surround, and integrate it with the overhead to kind of really capturate that experience back in 1978, or any other movie for that matter, that I heard in screen number 2. Close Encounters, Moonraker. I think The Spy Loved Me at the time was playing in mono. I think they only had a mono print. What else? Octopussy, A View to a Kill, Living Daylights. All the Roger Moore ones, except for Live and Let Die and Man with a Golden Gun, that played in the Cinerama screen upstairs. Big Trouble in Little China in screen 2, Aliens, The Fly, Commando, Predator, the black hole, the Disney black hole, yeah. Who Framed Roger Rabbit, The Jewel in the Nile, and Romance in the Stone the year before or such played in the Cinerama screen upstairs. I got a very good recall or such on the movies that played downtown and what screen, and not just what screen, but what sound format, what sound configuration, because that's really what it was about. To some that know that, and for some that don't know it, don't really care, that's okay, that's fine. But technically, you know, you want home cinema, you want this experience sort of thing. Well, you kind of recreate it sort of thing in a miniature room that's small. So you got to kind of use the same quantity of speakers, different size, but use the same quantity. Can't use 2 speakers for surround, it just doesn't work. It's not the same. Not the same, because to anyone like myself, well, I'm saying there's something missing. There's just not enough speakers to do that. So you get this Hass effect, a Hass effect. So the time arrival of sounds that are happening on front and then going on to the surrounds, and you get this kind of like, oh, I hear this effect, and it's called a Hass effect. Particularly when playing the Star Wars, the end credits, and it goes into the like Princess Leia musical theme, and the way the violin strings are playing and such, and then suddenly it sounds like the sound then is just kind of like moving along round the sidewalls, but it's not. It's an illusion. It's an illusion, and it's a Hass effect. It sounds pretty cool, you know. But if I put that in, if I put this in, I know it's. I just feel like I'm turning the whole thing into a dog's dinner. You know, make it simple. I just have to just wire this up to here, but put a switching on it. Put a switch on it. I can't even use any of the because it's got a 6-channel mode input. Just trying to finish this sweetie. Okay. This circuit, this part up here is separate. Here, you know that, you know, Dolby Stereo, A-type, SR. And that would be coming through. I'm just trying to think. That would be connecting down here. See, this is the look in there. Oh, that's the. Is it over there? Oh, there it is. Because this camera is inverted. Oh no, that's this way. Sorry, this camera image is inverted. No, that's the optical preamp. And a few other things. The optical preamp, if I can sort of like modify the optical preamp, because it's not going to be used as a regular CP45 anymore. If I can modify that, find where the circuit is and such, I'd have to probably do some soldering I need a schematic diagram. I can't just go in there and think, oh, it's there, and I'll attach a wire and solder that on and or so forth. I can't just do that. I need a schematic diagram. I need to know exactly where. But if I can modify that part there, I can have an extra channel. And I could take the sights around from here and put it on this here. Doesn't matter whether it goes there or there. Doesn't really matter. Putting it there, that'll just play mono. But that there and there, it'll be on a separate line input. It's still more or less connected, even to down here, which is there. That there. This, here, and there are more or less using the matrix board. This one here, that switch there, that's just bypassed. That's a 6-channel input. But that's just using my, like I say, regular stereo output. Yeah, regular stereo output, and then I'll just turn on the matrix there. Regular stereo. Okay, so I've got to like connect that up to here onto auxiliary or non-sync number 2. But what if I connected the wires? You know, just connect the wires up. Literally. But I've got to have a switch on it. I've got to have a switch to bypass the signal. If I run 8-channel, I would still get the sound going out into the back surround, but I'm also getting to get the side surround out, the side surround channel kind of piggybacked or sandwiched with the, and it would sound confusing. So I've got to put a switch in. I've got to put a switch on there somehow. I've got to fit a switch. Otherwise, that would just do it, you know. And when you deactivate the matrix, and you know, and then you go in here, and then you activate. Where is it? That switch there. Because I could do it in here and send a pink noise signal into any channel, pink noise signal, and I can then play it over the overheads. I just got to think which way to do this, because it is pretty kind of complicated. But I want to make it easy. I want to make it sort of easy to sort of just, because it's been on my kind of surround modification whatever list. 1 year, 2 years. Oh, more than 2 years. I'm doing something wrong. I need to get out more. Oh, I don't need another sweet. Fuck's sake, let's just have some water. Oh, I need to do something wrong here. Aren't I magic? Yeah, he agrees. So, oh, and the bear, he's having a snooze. That bear's snoozing. So after all those theatricals of him running around and trying to show off and shit, and trying to jump up behind the bloody projection screen because he's found a new spot. Oh yeah, I need to put something in that. I'll get a bit of cardboard. Just put some acoustic panel on it like that, other one up at the top, and then just pull the screw. Yeah, something simple, nothing too complicated. And then he'll look at it and he won't think about trying to get behind, but he still tries to go behind the OLED and looking up. And even though I've got some cardboard in place behind there, just and then he looks at it and he thinks, "No, I can't get past this." Yeah. He'll go back to and then go to the drawing board and try and draw a plan up how to get behind it. Oh, any magic. He's a sneaky snowshoe cat, isn't he? He's a sneaky snowshoe. Oh, I love your little white sock paws. I love those white sock paws. You're like little magic, aren't you? Like a little magician. You got your little white gloves, your little white glove sock paws. Oh, they're beautiful. Need a little magical hat. That's what you need, a little magic hat, a little magician's hat. And I'll put your bow tie on, huh? You got your little bow tie, haven't you, Magic? Yeah, your little bow tie. So make you look like a handsome tuxedo. Yeah. So yeah. So I need another sort of switching circuit to do the because the overhead surrounds go out from the AVR. They go into the kitchen. They connect up to the Dolby SA10, and then to the amplifiers. So all I got to do is but it is pretty complicated. But once it's done, you know, it's just so complicated. But I just got to make sure it works correctly. You know, that it doesn't cause a short circuit or any feedback or any anything that would cause say damage to the electronic circuitry of the processor decoder. Don't think it'll do any damage to the amplifier. Won't do any damage there to the amplifier input voltage, because the voltage signal going into the amplifier is well below the threshold. So it's not going to do any damage there. It's just one, worrying about causing a voltage signal that's going to go back and cause a problem. Another simple way I could do, although I've got to give that some thought, is putting a switcher box for the speakers. And have a simple switcher box. Where? Yeah, I've got no rack space. Put something on the side here, if it's something down on the side, or yeah, and just have just a simple switcher box, so I can send the signal. All I have to do is just flip a switch. But the equalization there will be the problem, because the speakers are equalized differently on the side surrounds, and the back ones are equalized differently to give more or less the same signal in the room, sort of thing. So they got more or less the same frequency curve. Yeah, that would be the only snag. So I have to do it the other way round. So the signal going to the other amplifier for the back surrounds is already equalized. So all I have to do is just send the side surround signal. Why do I call it the side surround? It's not really the side surround, it is the surround channel. Because it's 8 channel and it's got like renamed it side surround and then back surround. But this is the original surround channel configurator. It's the original surround channel. Can I do it for an audio mixer? An audio mixer. An audio mixer. Because we've got line switching on and off and all that. I could bypass the signal by flipping the 2 switches. An audio mixer. Could put an audio mixer because it's got line inputs. So I'll take the line inputs and then the outputs are going to go to the back surround channel amplifier. And all I have to do is just flip a couple of switches. I can't use that audio mixer. I can't use that one. It's got to be something kind of like this other audio mixer here, down there, something like that. And then I could put the side surround would be here, and then the back surround would be there, and then I then piggyback the signal out and then into the amplifier, and then I could play Star Wars back until I'm bloody blue in the fucking face with hearing it, you know, or any other bloody movie, because I'll be going for a bundle, and then thinking, because I remember how Aliens sounded in 424 Matrix. Even though the 6-track version is way better. But I remember how Aliens sounded in the Gaumont screen number 2. And then just at the start where the James Horner music's starting. And I'm kind of like, you know, because it's playing that, ooh, dun 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 dun. You know, it's like the surround is really starting up first. You know, and I'm kind of like, whoa, that's creepy. You know, you look over your shoulder sort of thing, while keeping one eye still up on the screen. Whereas here, it's just playing on the side surrounds. You know, there's another feature on the AVR. It's called a multi-stereo mode. And all it does is duplicates the same signal over and over and over. That's why I can use REM or True RTA, any PC-based, and then play the pink noise, sine wave, frequency sweep, and then I can just put it into any speaker in the room and do a frequency sweep, pink noise check, and then all I have to do is mute all the other channels. So I'm only focusing on one channel, and then test it, evaluate it. That's the thing with that multi-stereo thing. I'm just thinking, because how many other AVRs have got a multi-stereo mode? I think the Onkios that I got in the cupboard, they got a multi-stereo mode. Of course, the other Marantz Atmos thing has got a multi-stereo mode, just like the, Denon, just like the Denon. I don't think the Yamaha or any of the other Denon AVRs I've got a multi-stereo mode. But that's ideal. I'm just trying to think. But I'm not going to put another AVR receiver in there, and then, you know, I'm just thinking the way that circuit works and the way it duplicates the sound. So I could, if I want to just listen to the overhead surrounding multi-stereo mode, I'll just mute all the other channels, just turn them, mute them, and I could just listen to the overhead ones still playing the same signal. But what I don't like about using the Matrix Dolby DSU, and I've said this so many times, and I don't know how in the world anyone, you got all these other people on YouTube like this Joe and Tell, and he's raving about Auro 3D. Has he taken a close listen just to the overhead and just turn off all the other channels and just taken a close listen and then get the remote control and then pause it? Can you hear a slight, like a delay echo in it? Like it's like on a delay? Because that's what I'm hearing on mine. Every time I pause, I'm thinking, what the bloody, why am I hearing this echo effect? Like it's on a delay circuit of 15 or maybe 25 or maybe 30 millisecond. It sounds like, because I can hear the delay when you pause it, and I think, I don't get that with DDSX or Dolby Atmos. Pause it, mute. Put Auro disc in, pause it, and I think, what the blazes with this echo? Oh, and Auro 3D is absolute garbage for upmixing. Because most people are going to listen to music, right? Music's just going to sound like bloody fucking music all the time. You listen to something like, you put a movie on where you know the dialogue on a 424 matrix, and it should be anchored to the center channel. It shouldn't be leaking into the left, right, especially the surround. You put it in the Auro, and it's just leaking. Oh, sounds awful. I can't listen to that. What's this bloody comment? Oh, I can't read with these bloody glasses. What are you saying? What? Jesus? What? Jesus is the only way. Jesus will. Oh, good God. Well, you come to the wrong channel because Jesus isn't here. Go and look up Keanu Reeves, you know, because Keanu Reeves looks like Jesus. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Multi-stereo function. Because you could use the multi-stereo function, an AVR with multi-stereo function, and just connect another, you know, AVR onto the AVR, onto the surround outputs, and then you, it's how you configure everything and so forth. If you use the RCA phono outputs, because you're going to be using the RCA phono outputs if you're using amplifier separates or any outboard. This is all outboard equipment. I don't use any of the internal amplifier on that, because then you don't have flexibility then to experiment. You've only got what you got, and you can't really experiment too much with it. If I had the multi-stereo and I've played with a 424 matrix, yeah, I could duplicate the same signal. I could probably do it exactly more or less the same way as what I heard down in Odeon screen number 2. Of course, with the overhead surrounds I got, and then the side. But the sides, the problem is the sides. They're almost near to the ceiling. In fact, look at them, you know. I should have put those speakers a little bit lower down, but I know what I'm going to be hearing. I'm going to hear sound then, you know. It's going to be, the problem there is you've got to make it diffused. You've got to make it diffused so I'm not really focusing on a speaker that's pretty near to me. You know, that's why there's one there and then one slightly behind me. And then the other one's a little bit more further at the back. So if you sit in the back row, you're between the two speakers. And so you get a diffused surround. You can localize it if it's split surround. If there's split surround playing, you can localize it as well as hearing the diffused signal all at the same time. And that's how you know. So when you go to a cinema, you sometimes might be seated in line with the surround speakers, but it doesn't really matter. You don't really notice it. Because one, you're further away from them. You're in the middle of an auditorium that's pretty large, and you're pretty distant, and it's got a diffused sound field. If you get a little bit nearer and closer to it, and then you notice, and then you think, maybe I can fix it, fix that, fix it, yeah. Pretty pricey because you're adding in more speakers, more amplifiers, or you're adding just a few more speakers and you work out the impedance on the speaker and then wire it up in a certain way. You can get away with cutting corners until eventually you're going to need to put on another amplifier because to connect it onto some more speakers, because there's only so much an amplifier can drive on the impedance. Yeah. Otherwise, I rattle this, I crimple this, I move that. I can hear it above me. That's more in line with my ear, of course, because I know if I was blindfolded and someone moving it around, I can hear that effect there. That's pretty good. But I'm also hearing sound that's coming downward, and it's not going to reflect much on here. It's not going to reflect. It's going to absorb. See, that's 3D sound going up and down. That's an X. That's an X-axis. No, the Z-axis. The Z up there, and then right down to floor level. But Dolby Atmos, Aura 3D, DDSX, they're all bullshit. They say 3D sound. You think, oh wow, that's something. Wow, what's it like, binaural? No, it's just bullshit. Pure bullshit. Because there's no actual discrete below surround channel. Yep, that's 10 years of wasting your fucking listening time. Not really. I think it's more 10 years of Dolby Labs wasting their fucking time when they should have implemented it the fucking first time round, and then I wouldn't be, or then no one will be beating around the fucking bush chasing their tail around in fucking circles. That's why I got to put my own version of below surround matrix in my home cinema. I think I'm the only home cinema that's got it. I mention it to anyone, and this is, you know, I'm mentioning it again. I should be talking about the SA10, but I've already talked about that, so I'm expanding. You know, and you're thinking, how do I wire that up? Because you think you buy something like that, or you buy a Trinov, and you think it's got all the bells and whistles. Even a Trinov wouldn't be able to do a matrix below surround. You got to add on an extra decoder. You don't get a free lunch with a Trinov, even though you spent £30,000 on the bloody thing. And the Trinov, they're still making them. They probably revision number whatever, you know. They probably make small modifications to them, but they're still the same whatever. And having more surround channels on a Trinov, no, that's just more surround channels to go down the freaking sidewall or just the overhead. What about floor level? What about, you know, when the fucking plane in Unbroken and it goes, even though in real life you wouldn't actually fucking hear the thing going below the plane because the plane's engines are attached to the fuselage, you feel mechanical vibration, acoustical sound would be so goddamn loud in those bomber planes. You'd just kind of see the plane going underneath. You wouldn't really hear it because you'd have to turn off all the engines on the plane, you know. So it's gliding, man, and you just probably hear that plane then going underneath you. But I hear it going right under my seat when it goes like that, and I'm going like, wow, that's cool. Doesn't work with every movie. Okay? It works with some because it's matrixed. No, I do not bloody intend to go anywhere near a Disney video. Please. Do not care for Disney. I hate Disney. I've got nothing. I tell this is amusing. What do you think I should do, Madge? Because I know this is bullshit. I know when I can smell bullshit. My bullshit meter's going. Oh, I'm surprised he's got bloody videos. No, I'm not even into. Oh well, you haven't done many videos in a few years now, have you? So you're not really. Your heart is not really in Disney video, dude. Your heart's not there, mate. You haven't done any videos since 3 years. Need to do more content. You know. Need you know. I think what it is there. You're still feeling the butt hurt after the Star Wars. Yeah. The Mary Sue. Yeah. I didn't have a problem with Disney until they did Star Wars. I never had a problem with Disney. I couldn't really couldn't really care less about Disney many years ago. Until they did Star Wars, fucked it all up. That's when I just didn't give a shit about Disney. Either way, I don't give a shit about Disney. It's not just a case of opinion. It's a case of they absolutely tarnished and destroyed Star Wars as a fucking whole. And I got nothing more. I got nothing but fucking, you know, Disney can just go away, Disney. Other than that, you know, I like the black hole. But I think Disney wanted to really stick the evil Mickey Mouse knife into Star Wars. Because all Disney had back in its day, in '79, was the black hole. It's a Star Wars clone. There were many movies that are coming out after Star Wars that were called a Star Wars clone. Crikey. Oh, crikey. I mean, how many Star Wars clones did I see between 78 and maybe 1980? God, dear. I mean, the black hole kind of looked decent, but stupid in the science. You know, when when you get a meteor coming down and it smashes into the bloody Cygnus, you would have instant, utterly instant fucking decompression. Bam! Everything that hasn't got a door sealed, you just get fucking sucked out like a fucking putting a vacuum cleaner fucking tube, sucking dust up off the floor. Wham! There it goes. But it's stupid in Disney. You see all those robots and everything's going floating slowly. You can just put the music from the fucking 2001 to it. While the robots get sucked out through the hole on the when they go into the greenhouse. Oh, bloody stupid. Not to mention the fact, even if the temp, you know, it's you got a hole breach. That fucking spaceship should have been fucked up big time. How many bloody hole breaches would put in the bloody thing, you know? And the spaceship, the thing with spaceships, and you look at the design, it looked like it was made with steel and all that bullshit. You don't build spacecraft with fucking steel and all that shit. You know? If the space shuttle was built with fucking steel, you wouldn't get that thing off the fucking ground. It would be so fucking heavy. It's made of special alloys, aluminiums. And it's designed for space. If you put a space shuttle in the ocean and took it down to a certain depth to where most submarines go down to, a crush depth, that space shuttle would just get imploded because it's not designed, it's not built for that sort of thing. You could put a submarine in outer space, but you need to have some ridiculous fucking rockets put round the boosters around the fucking thing to get that fucking weight off the ground. That's why they build the space station, little pieces at a time. They're taking it up, and they're all alloys. You know? That black hole, you look at the bloody thing, and you think, what the fuck? Look at all this shit. What is this? It looks like steel. You know? You could take that up into space, sure. Little pieces at a time on a rocket, you know, because of the weight and the payload. Then you got to have a manpower working round the clock. You've got a schedule to put this all together. You know, maybe a year, 2 years to build it. And not just that, but you've got all the computer software and all that goes on with it as well. So everything's got to be up to date sort of thing. You know? That black hole is just bloody stupid. I mean, it's got a good sound mix. It's got a good sound mix to it. Good Dolby 6-track mix to it. And the John Barry music's pretty cool. But the science is just takes the piss. Especially where the asteroid or the meteor, and they're going through on that car. You see everything going, woo, and it turning around and all that, and they come up to an end on the pot on the link where it's broken, right? But here's what's stupid: that broken part is now out of space. How the fuck are they breathing? Much less, how the fuck are you hearing their sound? What? Bullshit. The whole bloody tube along that thing is being breached, cut in half, and you got fucking minus 455 fucking Fahrenheit, filling it fucking frozen. Bullshit. Bullshit. You'll be fucking dead. That's what that fucking Disney shit was doing with Star Wars, Last Return of the Jedi, or whatever that fucking shit was called. Princess Leia, frozen in... She'd be fucking... minus 455 Fahrenheit. Fucking hell. That's like... That's cold. Liquid hydrogen is only 452 Fahrenheit, I think. And outer space is minus 455. Liquid hydrogen is like fucking out of fucking space. Shit. Fucking hell, you throw that over something. Fucking hell, you're fucked up. That fucking movie was fucking bullshit. And then Princess Leia just comes back to life. Oh, fuck it. She'd be fucking brain dead. Her fucking brain's been starved of oxygen. Her organs are all frozen. Bullshit. Fucking bullshit. And that other bloody thing was stupid with that Last Jedi. I've only seen clips of it. I've only seen video clips. And you got the opening, and then it's like a bomber bay. A bomber doors opening up. And it's in outer space. You've first got to equalise the pressure before you open those blood. Otherwise, if you open those, you're going to get suddenly sucked through the bloody thing. Not to mention, it's going to be frigid cold. Yeah, it's going to be minus 455 fucking Fahrenheit. That chinky chick, should be fucking toast. She wouldn't be struggling to reach a remote thing to blow the thing up. Should be dead in a second. And that's what Disney are. They are fucking bad science. They are fucking terrible at science. Oh, they might have all these theme park fucking rides and shit, but when it comes to the bloody movies, they're fucking stupid. They take the piss out of science. Of course, yeah, I've been to Disney. I've been to Disney World. I've been to Disney World, Florida. That's when I liked it. That's when I liked it, and I wasn't cynical about it. But when they did Star Wars, they fucked it up. Fuck off, Disney. You had your shot. You had your shot at trying it. You fucked it up once. Fucked it up twice. You fucked it up 3 times in a row. Oh, and then you fucked it up with a story. Especially John Williams. He fucked it up big time. Didn't even bother to come over here to England and using the London Symphony Orchestra, where all 6 Star Wars movie was scored at by the London Symphony. At a different studio, I think in London, for episode for Star Wars Empire Jedi, and then for the prequels, they score them at the Abbey Road. I don't know, travesty. Did you hear that bloody Star Wars? You think you're a Star Wars fan? You got listening golden ear, Jedi ears. Fucking sound awful on that fucking Force Awaken. Didn't have the slam, didn't have the bass slam like the first Star Wars. Boom! Hits you. And then the acoustical sound of it, that doesn't sound like Abbey Road. Yeah, what the fuck? That doesn't sound like the LSO. What the fuck? No, they did it in the USA, didn't they? And they say John Williams is not very well to travel. Bullshit. So how come he's traveling around a lot now? Yeah, he's doing a lot of traveling, going all over the place. Yeah, and doing Star Wars score music with a different orchestra. No. Fucking ruined it. Fucking entirely fucking ruined it for the visual look and ruined it for the fucking sound. I'm really picky. I'm really picky at sort of things, you know, nitpicking. Yeah, and a lot of you Star Wars fans, yeah, I bet you didn't even know that. And yeah, I think Disney, fuck you, fucking Disney, are LSO haters. They don't like the London Symphony, or they just don't want to use the London Symphony Orchestra. It's like a big fuck off to the UK, that is, from the USA. Well, here's this to the USA. Fuck you, Disney USA. Because they did it with Star Wars story. They're not coming over here. They're using an American orchestra to do the score, to do the performance score. Fucking insult. But it's weird. Why do they fucking come over here to do filming? And then they fuck off back over there, yeah? Or they're going to other countries to do filming, but mostly coming over to the UK to use the sound stages. And then, but they don't use the LSO. It's like, you know, it's like, it's either Jar Jar Aram, Kathleen fucking Kennedy, or whoever the fuck, and putting John Williams up to say, we don't want to go over there and we're going to make up some excuse that you're feeling ill. Because he wouldn't have been feeling ill by the time he got to Last Jedi Sith, whatever the fucking movie was called, and then the fucking rise of it's all fucked up now entirely. He would have used the LSO. It's all bullshit. It's all water under the bridge now. It's all fucking damaged goods. And I don't care to fucking watch any of that Star Wars fucking Disney shit. Fucking Force Awakens was... Oh. Yeah. Yeah. You know I'm speaking the truth, and it hurts, doesn't it? Hurts me as a fan. It hurts me as a fan. Not really hurts me. It's disappointing. It's just disappointing. It doesn't hurt me. You know, sticks and stones would break my lightsaber, but scoring it in the USA won't fucking... fuck off. Fucking mess. Yeah, and you want to play your Star Wars. Yeah, shit, fucking hell. Fucking hell, you got to play it on a Dolby CP200. Oh, that was just in time for The Empire Strikes Back. Oh, yeah. Of course, then you'd probably have Star Wars, you know, as a reissue print. And then probably playing through the finest cinema processor ever made. That's on par, I think, I would say, with the space shuttle. The most complicated machine ever built. or the most complicated cinema processor ever made, or the finest. Yeah, that's what a Star Wars movie. Yeah, this is made for a Star Wars movie. Oh yeah, yeah, pet it. I pet it just like I pet my cat. Playing a Star Wars movie as a whole through one of these. Oh god. You don't believe me, do you? You don't believe the fucking word I'm saying. I know you do. You think I'm making this shit up, don't you? You think I wish I was making it up. Oh no, no, I don't wish. I do not wish to make this shit up. Oh dear. There's enough bloody speakers in this room for a medium-sized multiplex. Oh. And it's a tiny room, you know. I'd rather go big than go small. Although I wouldn't mind going small again. And then you just got to put a sub-bass speaker somewhere in for the surround channels, each LCR channel. When you look at an active sub-bass speaker, it's I don't really think much of an active. All it is just a box with an amplifier in it. It's better to have a sub that's passive and have a DSP crossover and an amplifier that's a little bit more power, you know, whatever, to run it, you know. A little cube sub like that is, to me, they look like, well, I mean, a sub bass is just frequency filtering, you know, put a crossover filter, and it's not going to play any of the bass mid sound frequency. It's going to be and kind of like that. But a smaller speaker wouldn't be able to manage the playing very, you know, because you've got to have a bigger driver to reproduce. Otherwise, I think little active subs. I don't know. It's just near, especially when they cost too much, and you can go and get the equivalent of a JBL Cinema PA sub bass speaker used for cinema, a DCX, a separate amplifier, and yeah, the more sub bass rumbles, the more it rumbles the same, you know, except at a lower cost in price, because you're thinking you're buying something that's good and quality and all that bullshit. Yeah, you still get the same issues in a room. You still get room modes. You still get dips and peaks and all that, and it varies from room to room to room. It all varies. You take it outdoors, it's the opposite, because you don't have wall boundaries and a ceiling boundary. There's a ground boundary surface that's always there. Actually, you could put the sub a little bit higher up off the ground, so it's a little bit off the ground. It's still playing those sub bass frequencies that are filtered for a crossover network. And then you have all the other speakers, you know, you just raise them up so they're a bit away from the ground surface. But you don't have to really worry about the ceiling, because the ceiling is about how many miles up until the air gets thin and then sound can't travel, as well as the air is going to be freaking freezing cold, and then until you're literally in space, and then it's absolutely minus 455 everywhere. And you don't have to really worry too much about the side or behind the speakers, because they can sound. They got, you know, you've got wall boundaries. It changes the sound frequency. It changes the wavelength on the frequency, particularly on low frequency. As it gets a little bit more higher up, the wavelength gets shorter and shorter and shorter until you're up to 20,000 kilohertz, and the wavelength is so freaking tiny in millimeters. And then, of course, you go higher and higher and higher up, and then it entertains my cat. And you can't hear it because it's out of our hearing range. Our hearing rolls off, and you can't hear this flipping frequency. You need to amplify it so many tenfolds until you can hear it, and it would. And when you hear it, you're just going to go. You'll be in pain. That's not good. If it amplified it so much, you know, in the ultrasonics and such, a cat would or dog, you know, or maybe a bat will be in pain because of the sound pressure, the threshold. Fuck's sakes. Now, I think there's a thing you do with filling liquid in a bottle, and you find a resonant frequency. Not sure if it works very well with a plastic one versus a glass. Probably better with a glass, you know, a Coke bottle. You fill it with so much liquid, and then you blow it, and you tuning. You get different resonant frequencies as you. So if it's got no liquid in it, and then you blow it on a Coke bottle, and you can hear a resonant tone, and then you start putting liquid in it, filling it, and then if you can maintain the same on the angle of the lid, the resonant frequency, and of course if you put it on an RTA analyzer and you can see the frequency and such, it's gradually going to change and change and change. I think it was a theory to solving a problem with putting an extra, like a floating floor in the room, but it's open at the back, so the bass sound goes pretty fast, speed of sound, whoosh, and will go behind into the cavity. And the idea is to give the impression to make it sound like the room is a little bit bigger than the room is actually. Okay, so if I did it in my room, I would kind of make it sound like, or the room is a little bit larger, even though it's small. Yeah, I thought about doing that. Just redo this seating thing and just have it so it's open at the back. Also, it also makes, I think it helps the change the bass frequency with increasing, so you get a few dB more. Yeah. Oh, what is this? You can't be real. One, two. This one. That's pale. That's a bit darker. Just looking here, that one's a bit dark. That colour's a bit darker there. And that one looks a little bit paler. Can't be the same person, that could be. Can't see any other, so maybe because it's larger. Yeah, larger than looking something small. But let's have a look. Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious me. Oh, your heart's not in it. Well, if you're into Jesus, your heart's not in there, I'm afraid. 7 years, bloody hell. Was that last time? Your heart's not in it. You didn't give your heart to Jesus. That's all I can say. Jesus is the only way. Maybe it is. Jesus is, to me, is like a superhero character. Someone that existed and someone that was feared by those that couldn't understand. And of course, back in those days, it's like, hey, go a little bit more forward in the centuries and such until you get to oh, witchcraft, that's witchcraft, burn the witch, and you get burnt to you get tied to the stake, and oh dear, because it's the ignorance of not under, I'm Jesus existed, but was he a magician? Could he have been a very early day magician? He did some things that to others would appear extraordinary, miracle. Because if it was like Jesus today, would use science and so forth and such to check everything to see whether it's real or if it's illusion. I have a theory on Jesus is that he was an alien. Now, this is very hard to prove, more hard to prove than Jesus, himself. The resurrection, and we've all heard about alien abductions. Alien abduction, and so I think you know where I'm going with this. So it's kind of like thinking if Jesus were an alien in human form, or Mary was abducted and impregnated by aliens, because the aliens, maybe what was in a sky, followed by the wise men, maybe a UFO that was slowly coming near to Earth. But why would it be emitting a very bright light? You don't see, I mean, you see satellites going across the sky at night, usually very tiny. They look, sometimes they appear to be the size of a star, or a planet in our solar system, or a star very light years away, But that satellite, if you had it very close up to you, is going to be, depending on what size they got up there, because there's so many different types. But if it were like, say, if you look at the ISS, International Space Station today, it's very bright, depending on when it passes over. Oh, and the next time it passes over the UK will be November. I checked that up the other day. It appears very bright, and you think, look at that. You think, what the heck is that? It's a UFO, because first thing someone's going to think, oh, UFO, and then someone will walk by, like myself, and say, no, that's the International Space Station. Huh? What? What's that? I say, it's the International Space Station. Oh, all right. And you're just watching it. I say, if you had a telescope and big lens, you'd be able to just about see it, because it's 250 miles or so above the Earth. So could it have been a comet? Could the wise men have seen a comet? I just think Mary was abducted by the alien, impregnated because the aliens were curious about our planet. Why we're so violent? Why do we do this? We got this. We've been given the gift stepped passed down to us. We've been given this gift passed down to us through evolution, but there's so many of us that are absolutely destructive, and maybe the aliens were curious about this planet, and so they send a UFO, unidentified flying object. They send an alien spacecraft to this planet. So if that's so, then they are way ahead. They are way ahead. It's very hard to prove. Very hard to prove. Just as, trying to prove if dark matter exists and where it is and what it would do for you, what it would do for us, or what purpose would it serve. And don't forget all these writings in Jesus and Bible and all that. That's just things that human beings that have written, But if you go back a bit more further back in time, before Jesus, you're going to be like ugh, rock scratching it on a cave wall, and that'd be it, because we haven't yet totally developed, maybe, or we were in the early stages of human developed mind, and we're still even now we're still evolving, but at the expense of putting most of the species on this planet into extinction level is inexcusable. Because they dominated this planet for so long, and yet most were wiped out by a comet, a meteor, whatever, that wipes out the dinosaur species, and anything that survived it, still around today or has evolved. It evolved slightly. But eventually, continents on the planet, they're always moving. Africa and all that will look totally different in a million years. That's if history books are preserved and to show, what the continents look like back then to what they are now. But the change is so subtle. It doesn't just happen like that. It's tiny, 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 tiny. If you use time lapse and speed it up, accelerate the speed and you see everything changing in a matter of seconds or a minute, depending on how long the time lapse is. You can see the transition. It will. But Jesus, again. I think when religion and politics come together is a bad mixture. It's a disaster wait to happen. So we got all these things, our man cave. Everyone's got a man cave. Some man caves are pretty large, some man caves have got a price tag on it that costs. This man cave costs $90 million. What the fuck? Why would you want to buy a man cave that costs $90 million? I'm talking about these stupid fucking pathetic homes in like USA and fucking hell, Americans can't even build bloody. What, they still building with wood and plasterboard? You buy a home that costs 90 fucking million. If I went round the home, start tapping on the walls, I'm gonna think plasterboard, ceiling, plasterboard. What the fuck? 90 million. I'd expect the fucking whole thing to be built out of concrete. Fucking plasterboard. Oh dear. That's why London Bridge is falling down. Build it up with bricks and yeah, that's why we've used bloody bricks here in the UK. I don't know when America discovered it, but oh dear. Oh dear. But there's nothing wrong with building something out of, you build it right. It still stands. It's still standing, isn't it? And you maintain it. But I just don't understand buying a fucking home that's $90 million. Jeez, what? Fucking hell, that's an expensive man cave. When you can go out in the desert somewhere in America and find a real cave, yeah? And you think, there's no one around here, so I'm going to claim it. You got your own fucking man cave that, well, has been forged by nature over billions of years. Oh. Oh dear, I tell you, Americans, I tell you, sometimes you Americans are really funny. You're really funny sometimes. Don't forget, at the end of the day, what country you came from. At the end of the day, do not forget that. Okay, you might have come from England, Germany, France, Ireland mostly. Do not forget where your roots are. Do not forget that. All right. um, that's like Malcolm X, and he was educated or told that, that's not your name, that's a white man's name that you've been given. And that's why I suppose he changed his name to Malcolm X. Makes sense, because I'm not sure if he found out where his roots, or if it's like, I don't know. I'd have to look that up. I saw that little bit that's depicted in the movie Malcolm X. So when he went to prison and then he was educated by someone, and then, but don't forget where your roots come from. All right, America. You didn't. You're only 250 years old, USA. All right. England's about well over 1,000 years. Russia is somewhere near to like near 2,000 years, I think. You go and fight the Afghans, USA, Gulf War, Part 3, Vietnam, whatever. They are like a millennium, You go and mess with people like that, they're going to kick your ass back over to the USA. Go crawl back under your rock. Do not forget where your roots come from. Your education, USA is, because you look down your time, your history, lineage, and where you come from. Your great grandfather and where you come from. And then you think, maybe I want to go over and visit that country, because what's America got? I'll tell you what America's got: death and violence. That's all it's got. And you haven't even grown up. You don't understand the value of life. Yet you rabbit on about it, but you do not understand the value of life, or what even the word peace means. Because you'd rather go over another country and start a war, and they're just going to kick your ass back over there. Get back into your corner. That's what they're going to say. It's not nice to be treated like that. It's not nice. I think USA is bound to get their ass kicked again. I think in future years you're going to get your ass kicked again, because you pissed off the Afghan, or you pissed off another country by bombing it with a drone missile, killing a load of people and some children along with it as well, and family. And so you got pissed off people. They're going to come one day and they're going to kick your ass again, and you deserve it. Game over, man, game over. And that's why I think the aliens, I think our universe is in a bottle, or a sphere, or maybe a square box. I don't know. You can't prove it. It's so vast, it's expanding and moving at a tremendous speed. You can't catch up with it. You can't. Our lifetime is very short. It's impossible. Like I say, if there's one word I don't like to hear, it's the word impossible. And then in this case, this is impossible. You just wouldn't survive it. But if you could venture out and then touch, and it not touch, but it's like that movie Interstellar, where he's kind of trapped behind another dimension. He could see through, but couldn't get through. It's kind of eerie. Makes me feel, it's very depressing and very But if our universe is, and it's very hard, very very tough to explain, and how atomically small we would be. We think we're big and large because we've developed this developed mind, and we think, you can build a Titanic, march it over the bloody Atlantic Ocean like we're Great Britain, we're high and mighty, bam, gets taken out by an iceberg, takes it out, because you're going in at it, and you hit it hard, and it's going to rupture the hull, and it's going to flood. If you did that to the space station, something critically, if you were docking with the space station and went in too fast, you would rupture the space station, and suddenly, bam, you're going to get instant decompression. They'll have to close the hatches really quick for the rest of it, get on the oxygen masks and stuff. The things are made out of alloys, You get meteorites, you get little tiny, minute meteorites sometimes, as well as debris that come off from other spaceships when they're going up, and then you get debris floating around. Sometimes they get pulled in by the gravity pull, and they'll just frizzle on the atmosphere. They'll just frizzle up. But otherwise, there's still a lot of debris, and sometimes it will collide. Depending on the speed it's going, it could do some damage. Just as putting your hand on a banister and you're going down the stairs really fast, and then you get friction, and it's ouch, you get friction, you do damage. Or I'm playing with my cat Bear, meow, just that little, because the claws are not that like this shape, or like our nails. No, they're like, a claw is like that, and it's jagged and pointed like a needle, and all like that. If I got a needle and just went and held a needle, and just kind of went across the top of my skin, not deep, but just so it just glides, it would be like a cat scratched me. That's what it feel like, and it's going to hurt. Yeah, if we're in a, if we're in a sphere, an alien's pet science laboratory, and there's not just one sphere, there's many spheres, and the aliens injecting these gases and such, because the universe is made of they're things that for gases and such, and things that we identify, but we give it a name, and for all we know, and for all I know, the name that it's given might be not the real name, because the alien that's in the laboratory really knows, because they have created not just one universe, but two universes, but they're separate. They're in different jars in this laboratory, so they can't interconnect. And that's why we identify some things that are coming to this planet as unidentified. It's not of this world. It's something beyond. Not maybe just another planet that's got oxygen, air and water and air pressure, and but you don't know what the water's like. It's light years. It's and God. No, I think the alien is God. He's the creator. If he is still existing, he is very old. But it's very hard to prove that. It's very hard to prove. That's what I don't choose to believe. I think it just seems plausible, but very hard to prove. Because there's really no way to prove it. It's out of our bound. It's out of our reach. Can't just touch it, see it for real. It's out of our bound. And maybe for the best, if you know what I mean by that. Do I need to spell it out, how destructive we are? Because if we were in possession of that, God forbid what we would, well, I'll rephrase that. Alien forbid what we would do with that, or what our governments would do with that. Because they'll be the first one that would want to use it for perverted use rather than for good. More things change, the more they stay the same. It's very bizarre, this planet. The animals, they're in harmony with the planet, I think. They're really in harmony. And we are the disturbance. It's funny how sometimes we say, to a neighbor, can you turn that down, please? I think the animals, if they could really verbalize, I think they would be all saying it all at the same. Can you turn that fucking ruckus down? That means all the traffic, everything, airplanes, the whole fucking thing. Because maybe that's why I look at my cats sometimes and they look so damn depressed. Yeah. All these inventions that we made, and where's it going? Where's all this going? It's almost 100 years. Space travel's getting close to 100 years, and doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter. You can't travel from this planet to another planet, which is in another solar system. It's beyond our solar system, so it would be maybe in another solar system, in the galaxy, in the universe. Well, a solar system in our galaxy and go into another galaxy, to another solar system, that has any planet that's got drinkable water, air pressure, gravity. What's the weather? What's the climate like on the planet? I'm talking about the planet that they're kind of looked at. It's something like 300,000 year journey. You wouldn't survive it. What are you going to take with it? What are you going to take along? You got to take quite a lot. You got to put a lot of ingenuity into it. Oh, a lot of ingenuity, and including the kitchen sink. You got to put everything, because you're talking about a one-way trip. This isn't a two-way trip. This is a single one-way trip. Two-way trip is going to Mars and coming back. That's a two-way trip. Can't go to any other planets on this in this solar system because they're all gaseous and all got acids, and so you can't go to any of those planets. As much as you like to. You can send a probe into it, and that's just it. But Mars is a two-way trip. 6 months there, 6 months back. Ugh. So there's 1 year. Oh dear. 300,000 year journey. No, that's just a 1 year. That's just a one-way trip. Because you're going to build. But you got to be like frozen, carbonated, well, they did it to Captain Solo, take him to Jabba the Hutt, just not, just would never happen. It would never happen. You've got to firstly find out how to survive the journey, and you got to do that in a lab in real time to see if it can be achieved. It's like all these LED lights, and OLEDs, and all these video projectors, and they say it can last 60,000 hours or 90,000 hours, and you think, oh, well, that's on some part of the electronics, the backlight in LED lighting, or I don't know. How the fuck did they test that to get that number? Did they just guess the number? Guess it? Or have they got a time machine? Because I really like to know how the fuck they managed to sort of like this last 30,000 hours or 90, whatever, You do the math and you work it out. How many years, or if you're running it all the time, you got it switched on all the time. Why not? Why not have it switched on all the time? The sun is always active, has been for billions of years. It's not indefinite. It's not indefinite. It's got a point where it will run out of fuel. And you got to think, whoa, gosh, whoa, we're kind of beyond Star Trek technology sort of thing now. We can re-energize the sun, like they do in some of the TV episodes by re-energizing and whatever. So that way you don't have to evacuate the planet, but we would have to. But the distance, the time distance, the travel distance, you just wouldn't survive it. That's what really is upsetting. Got to go from A to B. Not A to B like I'm waiting to flick my finger, but you got to get A to B like quick, even though it'll take months. Or maybe a year, you know, faster than light, whatever, faster than light. But that means you're just going like, you're not going like light speed and all that. You just, the acceleration speed. If you go fast, get real fast acceleration, then you should get out of the, you know, work out all the math. Then you should get out of our solar system within a few, maybe a year or so. Or you got to do the math, you know, to work it out. And then the engine, the propulsion system on that engine is not going to be guaranteed. It's going to fail. And if it fails, you're in a bit of a fix if that engine were to fail, because you'll still be going on at the same speed that you've built up the momentum, and you'll still go on at that same 1 million miles per hour, whatever. You'll still be going until eventually something is coming around in the universe and then it collides and bam, that's it. Pulverized. Boosh. Gone. Wipe out. Because you dare use the thrusters to slow yourself down. You might have the engines at the thrusters to slow, because if you slow yourself down, you're going to come to a standstill. And that's it. You ain't going to get to that fucking planet now. You'd just be anchored, stationary in a certain part in the middle of the freaking nowhere in the universe. You know? It's not an easy task. It's not fucking Star Wars, fucking Star Trek shit, you know? It's reality. You got to respect it. It's not like the ocean waves and the wind. You know, you got to use a propulsion system that is reliable. Yeah. It's okay to dream about it. It's okay to dream about it, but 300,000 year journey. Oh gosh. Well, let's just say I wouldn't lose any sleep over it. Yeah, watching all those stars out there, you don't see much change going on. You know, it's very subtle. It really would be like watching paint drying on the wall. Oh dear. Oh, yeah. Wipeout. Ow! Wipeout. You know it's true what I'm saying. You know it's true. Many other people will be saying, and you get the down to get the dislike, and oh bullshit, dislike. Hey, I'd like to dislike myself on the, you know, because it depresses me that you just can't. We got this technology now, but this technology that we got now might as well be medieval. Yeah. What the heck's it going to be like in 1,000 years? You know, not just 100, 1,000 years. What's it going to be like? And looking back, what was then and what is now, present, and still progressing, because it's our curiosity to tinker around, improve, and But this thing with Jeff Bezos going up in a fucking rocket and is a public relations sort of bloody stunt. It's a PR stunt at the expense of money, millions, just to go up for 10 minutes and then come back down. Oh, bloody hell. 65 miles up and then back down. It's not even any higher than where the space station is. It's 250 miles up. So that thing that goes up, and it's not really made for space travel. Otherwise, it would go a little bit further. Yeah. Why stop there with the Jeff Bezos thing? Waste of money. I think Mr. William Shatner just, he's 90. Okay. Drops a few million in Jeff Bezos' lap just to go up on it for a PR stunt. Just for 10 lousy minutes. Oh, I'd want to go up there for a day or 2 days. Not 10 minutes, fuck's sakes. You go into space for free of charge. You don't have to pay. Why do you think astronauts go into space? And they go into space free of charge. Free. Free. They get paid to go up there and do that shit. That's not like, say, well, bloody hell, you're going to have to, Jeff Bezos, you're going to have to pay me to get on that bloody rocket because it looks like a penis. I'm sorry to say that, but I'm not the only one that's saying it looks like a penis, You'd have to pay me to get on that bloody thing. I'm not paying you. You pay me to get on it. Otherwise, I'll take my chances. I'll join NASA for mission specialist. Then I want to take up a science project, and I'll go into space for free. And it's just then, of course, you got to get selected. That's if you're vetted and approved. And then you got to wait for a mission. So you could be waiting for a mission for years. And then you're just getting older until I've got to retire now. And you didn't get your shot to go in space. But you would get your shot to go in space for free. I guess a lot of you out there didn't know that fact. Astronauts have been going up there for free since the space program started. Why do you think you're crazy enough to be a test pilot? You get a crap wage, to test planes out, and that's why they tested, and got test pilots for their program because they thought they would be more manageably to handle the new tolerances that they would have to encounter. And still, they get a little pay rise, a bit more pay rise to be astronaut. They're paying them to go up there. But you get to go up in space for fucking free. None of this bullshit fucking got to pay fucking $5 million just to go up for fucking 10 lousy fucking minutes. That's like what Alan Shepard, I think his first flight was something like 15 minutes or something. Or was it more kind of up sort of thing? It wasn't long. And then descending back down on parachute. And then you get the other Mercury missions, and then John Glenn. But he had to come back early because they thought the heat shield was coming loose. And so he had to come back early. And then you got all the other missions, and then on the final Mercury until the Mercury mission ended, and then they go into the Gemini missions. Before my time. And then the Gemini was paving the way to Apollo for the moon. I believe this nation should commit itself to landing a man on the moon and returning him back safely. You know, before the end of this decade. And that was just a space race with the Russians. Otherwise, why wouldn't the Russians want to go there? Huh? Think about it. Why would man travel to Antarctica over and over, or go to the Himalayas just to climb Mount Everest, lose your fingers, your whatever, frostbite, and why do that over and over? And it's risky, it's dangerous. Why would someone want to? And yet, why wouldn't the Russians want to go to the moon? Think about it. You think of all the nations on the planet going to Antarctica. If you were to probably work out the expense of all that, it probably going to Antarctica has cost in the billions. The cost of going there and setting up bases and all is in the billions. And doing researches and all that up there to see if there are any things frozen in the ice. Yeah. Get to space for free. Go to space for free. Just got to join NASA. And it might, if everybody could go, everybody, not just the tiny, minute percentage, because NASA, I think they should open their doors really wide open and really start taking in just anyone, because the experience of weightlessness and that, it might just possibility of inspiring a spark, an idea to solving, getting from A to B to another planet quicker, faster, safer. It might just inspire that, unlock, but if you're only just going to have a tiny percentage going up there, it's a fucking waste. We got the ingenuity. Money is in the mind. Though money is not in the mind, money's just a passport to buy, to obtain. But yet astronauts go up there for free of fucking charge. They're paid. It's a job. So what? It's a job. Fucking so what? Job fucking what? So fucking what? They go up there for fucking free. And that's what pisses me off with this fucking Richard fucking greedy Branson and fucking Jeff fucking stinking fucking Rich. Who's next? Who's next? This Elon Musk or whatever the fucking stinking rich fucking billionaires. I tell you, without this up here, none of this shit would fucking exist. Simple as that. I wouldn't even be doing webcam. I wouldn't even be verbalizing. That's what really fucking pisses me off. Angry. I deserve a right to go into space. So do you. And you. And you. And you. And you. And you. And you. Not just this fucking super rich elite. That's why rich people really fucking fang me to the fucking teeth. I can't stand fucking rich fucking people. don't need another sweet, fuck's sakes. I'll just have some water. HO2. Oh. Does it? Yeah, I know even Magic is angry. He's angry. He likes to go into space, don't you, Magic? See? He wants to go into space. You're very sleepy. Very sleepy. Your fur will grow. There's fur there. Where they shaved it and they had to put a drip on him. Yeah, fur will grow. Yeah. He's always a lazy tuxedo. He's always a lazy tuxedo. And he's doing okay. He's urinating okay, aren't you? Yeah, he doesn't have any other problems. He's had a check. He's been checked over, and he's got no. So he's a pretty healthy cat. Other than, you know, I had a urinating problem one time. I couldn't urinate for half a day. I couldn't urinate properly. It just pinches. It hurts. Just pinches and hurts. You just relax and think, damn, I can't pass. I can't pass in the urine. And that's the problem Magic had. Because the evil cat bear winding him up and causing stress management, anger management, cat anger management. And then it causes me anxiety because I'm worrying. Oh. See how many astronauts go up over and over a few times? Quite a few. Quite a few do, go up many times. How many landed on the moon? Or, you got backup crews, and in case of the primary crew get ill or whatever, and then you got a backup crew to go there, that to replace the primary crew. They go into space, and are you really doing more of the same thing, projects? I don't know. It's very difficult to see if it can unlock and inspire the spark, the formula, something that's eluded, that's elusive, and because we all think different and we all got the same goal. We all got the same goal. And if, you're a team player and you can then figure out, got the answer. That person then goes down in history, got the answer for that. But then that person's going to collaborate with all the other people, with the team players, and then everyone else then starts to understand. I know now what you're talking, because it's like you put words and a sentence together, and it's like trying to put something that's something there, but it's elusive, and then putting it into a sentence, and then got it. Because we got the advanced mind, the advanced developed mind. Without that, we'd have none of this. We probably wouldn't even be able to, I don't know, dream. Do cavemen dream? Did cavemen dream? Did dinosaurs dream? Do gorillas dream? Do chimpanzees dream? Do cats dream? Does a cockroach dream? Does a fish dream? Do sheep electronically dream? I'm all looking for the same answers, but you know. Where are we going? Well, I like doing rambling videos. I like doing rambling videos. I might do another ramble one later. Incidentally, what time is it? Oh gosh, golly! So I'm probably going to end this. And I'll go on the other laptop, and I'm going to go on my exercise bike, and I'm going to burn off a few more calories. Every little bit of calorie helps, because I'm 203 pound in weight, and no, I'm going to have to take this off. I'm going to have to get that so it kind of shrinks. It gets tighter and and less round here. But it's weird. I'm not putting enough. I'm not putting any of it on my arms. I think maybe the thigh here slightly. Yeah, I think 1 pound, 3 pound, 100, 200, 180, 107. I think you got to measure your height versus your body weight. Yeah, it's got to be an equal sort of given level. So I've got to get that down. And magic, you got to get your weight down. It's very awkward, isn't it? I know, it's very awkward because you're oh gosh, 16. You're about 16 pound or so weight. But that sort of recommended your weight should be just maybe 15 or maybe 14 point something, 14 point. I don't know how we're going to get that weight off you, Magic. Eh? Well, I'll give you less food. If you run around, do a little exercise, bear chase after you and get you running around. Otherwise, you're a very relaxed tuxedo. You're very relaxed. You're very You're very sleepy. You're a very sleepy boy. Yes. Snoozy. Are you thinking about science and religion, or are you thinking about what are you thinking about? Do you dream? Are you daydreaming? Are you daydreaming, Magic? I know your eyes are looking forward and you're thinking. You just look kind of under the weather. I don't know. You just look under the weather. You're not under the weather, are you, Magic? Or are you just sleepy? But you look under the weather. I'll take you down the vet again and get you check over, because you're looking under the weather, and I need to know, because you can't verbalize, but I can see it in your eyes. You can see it in your eyes, but you can't verbalize. You might meow, make a meow as such, whether, discomfort or whatever, or I want to wear some glasses, okay? How about these? Try those. Yeah, look, there you are. You're intelligent. You're now intelligent. Intelligent cat. I think my rambling magic has made you kind of like, you're yawning and think, oh, I know what you're thinking. You're giving it the thumbs down, aren't you, Magic? You're giving it the pause, the pause down. Yeah, the pause down. I would have thought after, I would have thought you'd be able to open the packet of cat food or food, your packet, your sachets, because Bear was pretty close to figuring it out, isn't he? He's been trying to pull the packets out the box, and Bear's slowly figuring it out, just like Sooty, just like what Sooty would have done. I can't understand why you two boys can't work together, and get the packet out the box and then open it up, because all you have to do is put your claws in it, scratch it, and if you want, and bite it a little bit, because you will open the packet. It's possible. You could do it, you'd rather just, oh yeah, give me a little lick in there. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice, Magic. Yeah, oh, yes, that's nice. Oh. There you go. There you go. Do you want some water? You want some water from the, because you're not drinking from the water fountain. So I've got to put extra water in your food, so you got a bit more water. But it'd be nice to see you drinking from the, some water there. I'm not going to pour it out. Mm. Mm. Meow. Mm. Beautiful boy. yeah, so I'll end this video now. I'm going to do some, I probably won't do a live video exercise, and I'll just go do a workout, do 100 calories. I might do a video, I don't know. So I've only burnt off 317.1 calories today, according to the, that's not a lot. You've got to do something. Got to do something in the order of 3,500 calories just for 1 pound. Blimey. Oh, you'd be shattered after that. You'd be just absolutely cream crackered. So do a little bit at a time. Got to do a little bit at a time. I can't do 3,500. I'll be knackered. I'll be cream crackered. Oh. If I get near to do 1,200, or was it 1,800? 1,200, 1,800. Do that each day. Yeah. Oh gosh. Anyway, I'm going to stop video and I'm going to get on the air, do some exercise, burn off some more calories. Yeah, want to say meow, meow, meow? No? Did you see that? See that? Oh, you're purring. Get closer. Purr, purr, purr. Oh. Oh. Okay. And the string.